Back at the W3Champions Season 13 finals. It's the second last day, everybody. 3 players are in the semi-final already, so we need one more today. Happy is in the quarters, and we'll face Foggy or PCG. Hey everybody, just a quick break before we go into this match. This W3Champions finals is powered by scale tippers, so if you're tired of your old habits of sitting on your ass all day and eating frozen pizza every day, scale tippers is there to break these habits. They offer long-term nutrition and workout plans for you to exercise from home. You don't have to go to the gym and embarrass yourself with the first exercises. No, you hop on a call with them, they counsel you a little bit, and then they work out a plan that fits you, your needs, and your taste. We are very, very happy to be with Scale Tippers, and if you want to give them a little thank you, go check them out on Instagram, go check them out on YouTube, where they show a little bit of what they do, and check out thescaletippers.com. And now, enjoy the W3Champions finals. Okay, Foxter, can you challenge Happy like you did 570 times in the ESL Cups or at DreamHacks? Or will it be PCG surprising us all? We kick game number 1 off in a second. You can go ahead already. Who am I casting with?
Me. Hello.
Ah! That's very good. Whenever we play, we cast together.
that sound like shit.
That sounded,
No! What the hell?
That's what I heard too. That's what I heard too.
Okay,
Yeah, you gotta work on your communication skills, bro.
You guys can go ahead and cast. This is just insulting me. First, you talk shit about my body or body shaming a little bit, but let's talk about this later because we got a ghoul pull, Carson.
Yeah, the classic, the Jewel Ghoul. The inventor of that strategy. My old 2v2 partner used to flame me every day. And PCG might be transitioning this into a 2 crypt. I mean, not uncommon. Wouldn't be surprised to see some cheese out of this. But Foggy has obviously defended this many a time. And is he going to successfully defend this? This is very impressive if he doesn't get the Ancient War canceled.
Ooh, this is so stressful.
Archer does. Nice.
Okay. And now some repair, though. Where are the wisps? Here they come. And with that, it's defended.
I do wonder how the math works out, because obviously both players lose a lot of lumber for this, and the Ancient of War creating is slowed down. Is it still worth for PCG? Obviously, we're going to have that Necropolis coming in. It's like a Ziggurat. It takes a little longer to build, but doesn't cost lumber, crucially, so that Ghoul doesn't affect lumber economy too much. And the DK might run across the map. I don't know. I would expect the Demon Hunter to run across the map, but with this delaying of the Ancient of War, maybe he won't be able to so easily.
Yeah, I think we have to mention this. It's a Demon Hunter.
Yeah.
I guess we all expected Foggy to stick with the Keeper, because that's usually what he does, but no, maybe he was just hiding it from us. Demon Immolation against Ghouls. Let's go.
That is something we were wondering about. I'm glad to see that Foggy is sticking up with the meta. We've seen some stubborn Keeper players, I think. Maybe even more than we've seen stubborn Farseer players. Ooh, I like this split creeping from Foggy. Immolation creeps a turtle, and boy does he creep it fast. That's just one hero right here.
Creeps? What creeps? They're all gone. He's losing quite some HP and mana for it. Disables it immediately. I wonder, in the long run, if it could turn out to be a mistake to show the Demon Hunter already and just play the old standard against PCG, but seems to be respecting the Chinese Undead quite a bit, and rightfully so, as he comes in with the coil. Of course, you can play coils now against Demon Hunter. There is no mana burn, and steals the Berserker away.
Yeah, I quite like this instant aggro DK, because not only can you do what he just did, he steals the Circlet, steals the Berserker, but also you could harass Wisps, because there's no mana burn. If you do this in the old meta, the Demon Hunter just chases you until you're literally at 0 mana. But now, if he finds opportunity, he can go in there after the tech, kill a Wisp pretty much for every coil if he does one auto attack into a coil well timed. Unless Foggy does some fancy micro. And that will keep Foggy on the defensive. He has to keep chasing this Death Knight, or else the Death Knight's going to buy a Staff of Teleportation probably and go into that base.
Okay. He's looking for it. Staff on the DK, so he can respond if he wants to. Going Wisp hunting, and it absolutely is the old school one-base gargoyle play.
Yeah, I like that as well, because you can harass the Wisps now and then follow it up, and the Gargs not only will also harass Wisps, but they'll also not be affected by the immolation. These are 2 good counters already we're seeing for the Demon Hunter from PCG.
I agree. I mean, you kind of want ghouls in the mid-game stages. Ooh, gets a wisp kill during the tech. That hurts the lumber department.
Oh, okay, doesn't get the 3rd wisp, but 2 coils for 2 wisps. And he used the 3rd one, didn't quite get it, but he's got 1 more coil, and there is wisps out on the map. Demon Hunter, level 2. That'll probably mean mana burn. Yeah, I think mana burn's necessary, and Foggy does go for that. Ghoul's now pulled. PCG gonna get level 2, but Foggy gonna steal away the turtle camp. He's gonna be extremely low on health after doing this, though. Or will he? Oh, I guess he's just gonna creep it. He doesn't take that much damage, really, does he?
Yeah, doesn't look too great. Staff's back, has to heal up. Oh no, Staff's to the archer. For more immolation, of course!
Oh my god.
Dude, if not for the Berserker... Oh, yeah, so abandoned this one. If not for the Berserker and the denied Ogre in the early game, this Demon Hunter would be level 3.5.
Yeah, it's insane. And of course, level 4 is a much bigger power spike than it once was for that Demon Hunter now. Level 2 mana burn and level 2 immolation, or, you know, level 1 evasion if you want that. Wisp is going to go down again. That's Wisp, I believe, number 4 that's fallen this game. And Foggy expanding, by the way. And he can easily defend that expansion with this Demon Hunter with the Staff of Teleportation and now the level 3.
Yeah, I mean, the big problem with expansions oftentimes was the Ghoul Flood at the beginning of Tier 3. That stopped because of immolation, of course. Absolutely impossible to play it. But PCG, to me, going into this tournament, the biggest question was how many shades will PCG build? Because it's not uncommon for him to build 7 to 12 shades and just PCG things, you know? But he has a good shot. I like this early game.
And not too bad so far, and he can continue this sort of harass he's been doing. Tier 2 only now reached for Foggy, who's going to need a panda, and I hope he gets that for his sake. A Naga would be a disaster, but he sees the guards. There's no way he doesn't pick up a panda. 1 archer going to fall, but the Ancient War already moving towards the lab, and then the panda can start creeping once these archers get out of harm's way, and at least 3 of them should.
Okay, deny. Will he deny? Nope. DK continues chasing. It's mana burn and immolation, by the way. No evasion. Maybe that will bite him later. Also, something that I've not seen before. Panda needs to creep. Expo needs to be freed, but man, these Gargs are hella annoying.
Yeah, the panda gonna do a little bit of damage, but the orb is severely delayed, and the only anti-air now is being taken out. 2 archers left, and the Ancient Allure. Oh, we could just run past and cancel this. Easy peasy. 2 archers might not be enough damage. No, he's just going to run past and go for the wisps, apparently.
Okay, I mean, if the lures are up but you don't have wisps, you can't build dryads because they are pretty lumber heavy. And it's only 1 lure at the moment. Guess the time is over. But Foggy's still not creeping this natural. Problematic, problematic.
Alright, so the panda gonna get some experience here, but very nice delay from PCG, and also now getting some wisp. The multitasking is there for Foggy, who saves the wisp. But you can only save him for so long with the Moonwells. Eventually, you gotta get the AP up. Hunter comes in with the immolation, gonna help the creeping, but similar to Ice Orc earlier today, the split experience now on the 1st and 2nd heroes is gonna delay that panda level 3 severely, and the Garg numbers only rising, and a lot of wisps out of position for PCG, or for Foggy rather, right now.
The wisp was killed eventually. Of course, if you wisp harass and you heal the wisp with the moon juice, that doesn't look too good for the heroes then. Demon Hunter is fully equipped, that's fine. But the panda, out of mana already. Another wisp down.
Yeah.
This is not the best Foggy I've ever seen.
Yeah, this is a good strat. It, you know, doesn't force you into too many situations where you need to out-micro, and Foggy. Some excellent mechanics on him, so PCG just plays the lame-o game, harasses the wisps, maybe tries to get an expansion up with a Spirit Tower or 2. Could make it very difficult for Foggy to break with just pure Dryads. AP, however, is coming up, and the gold mine will eventually be entangled, but the wisps, the lumber count, the lab needs to be crept, and a shredder needs to be purchased.
Oh my god, this is pretty good for PCG. Supply lead. Hero looks fine now. Lich is coming. He is tier 3. Frenzy and Stoneform researched already, so even the Breath of Fire isn't the biggest issue. And This Demon Hunter play didn't work out, and we've been talking about this all day. How good is Foggy with that new style already? And I gotta say, I've seen better.
Okay, the best play for PCG here, grab a heal scroll, that Lich comes out, grab orb, heal scroll, and then just pull all the ghouls and push. Just all in the expansion. There's an AP up, yeah, but there's no units. Just go, go, go. You could heal up the Gargs even at daytime in the fountain. Or not, yeah, even at daytime in the fountain. And just push after you heal them up. Easy peasy.
Okay, Foggy got to get some work done. PCG stepping up the gas a little bit. Coil Nova on the Demon Hunter, as one should. Is he willing to counter-expand PCG, or is it the push? Looking strong so far, but no heal scroll, no TP, no invuln. Maybe not the best situation, as Foggy's numbers are rising.
Yeah, he doesn't have that heal scroll that he needs to win the fight, or else the immolation will kill all the ghouls, and the archers won't be cleaned up by said ghouls. Panda, nice haze, but doesn't land the fire before the stone form. And PCG is pushing in, gets on top of the archers, but the Gargs aren't there to support.
Ooh, the ghouls find the connection. Moonwell's not helping here. Oh my god. Lich is threatened. Has another Nova. Oh, had another Nova almost. Oh my god, what a slaughter this is.
He's killing wisps in the fight. This is your timing, bro. You don't want to kill wisps. Just to kill those archers.
Lich is down.
Dead.
And ghouls are falling too. PCG completely falling apart.
He needed a heal scroll there, and he needed to fight with the Gargs instead of chasing into the base there. But Foggy finds the Lich. Of course, there was no coils either due to that level 2 mana burn. Okay, the Gargs are going to creep a red Drake, something they can do very, very swiftly, and bone chimes will be found. Oh, the item is blocked by a sheep. Okay, he manages to get in there. Can he get out? Okay, staff teleportation.
Telly's with him. Scotty is busy on the Enterprise here with the beaming. Panda's finally finding some space to level. Expo is also up. Needs to rebuild a lot of Wisp, but then he should be fine. Double heal scroll already up. Went of mana stealing as well, which is very nice for the Night Elf heroes, or for anything at all times, if you believe Remo, which you never should, everybody. And what's PCG doing now?
I'm surprised at Foggy. He was at 46 out of 50, had 100 lumber. But Foggy didn't buy the shredder. Surprised he didn't do that. He'll eventually maybe break upkeep with it, but lumber's going to be increasingly an issue. PCG now going to creep. Heal scroll, protection scroll. Finally, he gets the second fountain, as he should. Absolutely cannot give up either fountain if you're going to play. Did he just lose the Garden Creeps? I think he did. Built the Giant Strength now for that. Probably Lich, honestly, but Foggy going to get more experience on this Panda from the red camp in the center.
Nah. Needs a mana burn, then he got it. Oh, doesn't even. Okay, here we go. Cat, Gas Pipe. Love to see it for the heroes and of course for the mana regeneration everywhere. Helps with the Moon Juice in general. But man, Moon Juice won't be a problem soon. Foggy is building up to 80 now. And PCG is not getting much damage done, but he absolutely has, because that Expo is running and running.
Ancient of War that was just there as a scout. Demon Hunter nearly level 4. That'll be maybe Evasion or level 2 Immolation if he wants it. One Moon Wall gets cancelled. Ancient Wonders will be cancelled. That would mean the Orb if only Foggy was tier 3, but he is not. No Town Portal currently for PCG. He's stuck here, and the Lich at risk of falling yet again.
Oh yeah, he's just getting burned by Immolation. Was next to the Demon Hunter the entire time. That's another coil used. Everything Shadow Melted. Not bad. Breath of Fire thrown. But PCG getting out there without too many losses thus far. Ooh, will that Lich survive? Yes, with yet another coil. Mana pretty low on Foggy's side. 1,000 gold as well. Just investing into defense. Double Engine Protector coming. More Dryads. But Lumber... You said it, would have been a nice timing for a shredder, but the way it is, it's pretty mismanaged.
PCG's Mana Pot, Heal Scroll, Protection Scroll there, but doesn't have the dust to kill all 5 of those archers. He would have killed all 5 of them. And then he could have kept pushing into the base, but instead forced to chase the Dryads. Rebuys the Protection Scroll and the Heal Scroll. Doesn't buy dust again. I guess nighttime's almost over. Might eventually need it. Lich, almost level 3. Needs probably another mana pot, I would argue. And 2 APs. That expansion not going to be broken by mere Gargs any longer. PCG might need to weigh some other options other than just pushing here.
Well, but you got a protection scroll, heal scroll, mana potion. I think this is the timing. Even without a level 3 Lich, should be able to get it soon. Foggy with the second lore at the 15-minute mark. That's a rare sight. But Archers and Dryads was the combo for now. No Hippos against the Vamp Aura. Makes sense, I guess. But more time for the Panda. Even though there's no item to be found, experience is. Does he have a town portal? Absolutely does. So Foggy should be home in time.
AP is up, a second one on the way. Foggy TP's next to the Moonwells. Panda has plenty of mana. And the Demon Hunter has level 4 now. Doesn't skill anything just yet. And PCG pivots towards the fountain to get a little bit more experience, but he expands in the center at the same time. There is a ward. I wonder if that ward sees. It's a little around the trees.
Pretty sure he does. It's expiring soon, but yeah, wards have huge range. Should be. And then it's an easy cancel. If he knows. Yeah, there's a Dryad to confirm it and to cancel it. Easy peasy.
Demon Hunter Invis would have loved that shade now. And yeah, there's the expansion cancel. PCG doesn't want to try to break those APs. 1,200 gold for Foggy as he's going up to 80 soon enough. Yeah, all Foggy has to do is just play patient and safe, and there's absolutely no way PCG is going to catch up here. He needs to win a fight right now, and Foggy, in order to lose that, needs to give it to him.
All right, let's see how good the Drunken Haze Breath of Fire is. Good stone form to dodge the first one. Ghouls just annihilated, though, on the ground. Foggy trying to split, but all the Dryads are out of the fight. Let them walk a little too far. Protection Scroll and the first heal scroll invested. Lich in trouble once again. Drunken Haze Breath of Fire. This time it connects. But I don't think it's enough.
Foggy's losing quite a bit, but he's got the gold to replenish his army immediately. Would say PCG even traded favorably there, really. Didn't lose any Gargs yet. Foggy lost quite a bit, but PCG is going to need, what, 5, 6 more fights like that? And by then, the Panda's going to be level 5. Tries to expand again. That ain't going to happen, my man.
Cheeky PCG. Nope. He has 800, 900 gold. He can rebuild up to 50. Running into the Dryads now and into the Panda. That's an invite for a heal scroll. Mana burns are landing now, but not getting away without murder. Close to level 4 Lich. Gargoyle still on the hunt. Foggy can't really take this fight for now. More losses.
Ooh, level 4 Lich. Okay, Foggy. Not really getting a lot of kills. Forcing some consumables, yes, but not getting the experience he needs. He got a 0.2 of a Demon Hunter level from that fight, and that was all from Ghouls. PCG level 5-4. Honestly, opportunity for PCG, weirdly enough. I mean, he's never going to break the expansion, but if he keeps on being aggressive, if he keeps on trading, and if Foggy, importantly, like I said earlier, keeps giving him these fights, PCG might have an opportunity with these hero levels.
Another scroll of protection. 3 and 1 upgrades already, quite good, just like this Breath of Fire. Drunken Haze right afterwards for the mischance in the fight, and that triggers the heal scroll and protection. PCG, can he work some magic and win 1 base, 2 base?
And not the best breath. The Ghouls trying to catch up. 1 Dryad will fall. These are +3 attack Gargs, so they do 1 volley, 1 shot. These Gargs. The Panda finds 2 kills, I believe, there. Nicely done from Foggy, and if Foggy's trading like that, he'll be happy, but the 2 fights previous were not good. But tier 3, almost done, and 70 supply is the highest that Foggy has reached so far. Lumber's still the limiting factor for Foggy.
Wow, still 18 minutes in the game, unbelievable. Maybe going for a Shredder now. Is PCG trying to brute force the expansion on the high ground? I think he used the lab to reveal? Is that what happened?
Yeah, I'm not sure. There's no crystal ball on Foggy, so it must have been, right? I'm not sure. Okay. By the way, is the lab on the left still available, or is the item taken from that?
I think it's available.
2 big camps for PCG still left. Don't want to give those to Foggy, of course. Level 5 Panda ends Gargs. Foggy very defensive.
Yeah, the entire game, basically. Never making a big push. I mean, he has no reason to with that expansion running, but you gotta break that with the high ground. Not too easy. Tier 3 is done. That means Orb and other upgrades. Good luck, PCG, holding this.
Nerubian before a Spirit Tower. Can't help but think a Spirit Tower might be better against these Dryads right now, but he cancels the second Ziggurat. There is a shop. That means heal scrolls. Oh, Foggy, this positioning ain't good, my man. Does he have just enough supply to brute force? I don't know.
Oh, trying to fight this straight up. Demon Hunter with burn on the ground, using all the mana, so can't mana burn anymore if there's a heal mana potion on PCG. Man, there's so many units falling. 1-2 upgrades.
The Gargs attacking. The Gargs weren't focus firing anything that whole fight. Was they attacking the Demon Hunter? No Dryads died, and the Gargs attacked like 20 times.
This is, yeah, a little questionable execution maybe. Shop is gone too. Coil Nova on the Demon, staffed out though. Invo Potion on the Panda, dodges it. Alright, Foggy is warming up.
Shop is good, but Shop is no longer. Panda might have to TP, does. There was a level 3 coil. Some Dryads fall, but there's only one Garg left. And Foggy's expanding again at the bottom right.
Yeah, exactly. He's expanding at the bottom right. What a cheeky guy. I mean, he needs to creep it and all, but yeah, why not try? PCG though, silver lining. He might only have 1/3 of the supply that Foggy has, which is kind of rare to see in a Warcraft game, but that Expo is up.
Yeah, PCG could have won that fight. I just don't know what the Gargs were attacking. Like, Foggy's positioning was not good. There was a shop, there was a Nerubian up. If he just shift-clicked those Dryads, maybe even went over the trees to the south. If he just went over there and just shift-clicked Dryads down, then he could have killed like at least 10 Dryads there with the positioning of Foggy, but now Foggy close to Panda level 5, close to Demon Hunter level 5, and he's gonna get it off this bottom right.
Slow and steady wins the race. That's double level 5, and that's pretty damn good. Double orb, even on the Panda. Reaction, of course, towards Gargs. Pendant of Energy, never bad for a Panda either. Bears are coming for rejuve, as there's no destroyers, no statues, nothing. That will help quite a bit. And PCG still building ghouls against... Okay, it's only level 1 immolation, so that might work.
Oh,
PCG, he's creeping with acolytes.
Yeah, so this is the point in the game where hero focus is the only play. He's gonna try to kill that Demon Hunter. He's gonna throw every Coil Nova on the Demon Hunter over and over again. If he gets the kill, he's got a 1% chance. If he doesn't get the kill, he's got a 0% chance.
Pretty good at math, apparently. Couple of Dryads not part of the fight. They are benched. Now they come in. 2 heroes kind of stuck. DK also about to fall. It was a little bit of a wonky game, but in the end, this is Foggy's and he takes game number 1.
Alright, our favorite prevails, but that was kind of close at parts. I'm not so much thinking about the late game fights. I'm thinking more about the early game. That expansion on Concealed Hill, tough to creep. Normally, if the Undead plays it perfectly, I don't think you're supposed to be able to take it with the Demon Hunter. Imagine if he brings more ghouls. Imagine if he brings in a Naga second. Imagine if he pushes more towards the expansion. And then Foggy is stuck on one base. He's going to have to play against Garg's one bait, which is yuck. If PCG plays it a bit cleaner, I think that could be a lot tougher for Foggy. Because I think the most important thing you have to do against Gargs is fast expand and don't allow them to expand. And then go through the motions. And yeah, that was touch and go there on Concealed Hill. Tough expansion map, which means on the following maps, things make it a bit easier for Foggy.
There was so many opportunities for PCG. There's so many timings. There was so many fights that could have been won even heavier. Foggy was giving him every opportunity to win that game, it felt like. I was not overly impressed with Foggy there, really, in that game. PCG... There was a lot of sloppy mistakes on the mechanic side of PCG, but he had so many opportunities to pull very far ahead. Foggy's going to have to clean it up. Even if he wins this game, he's going to have to clean it up, or this series is going to have to clean it up for sure.
Well, we cleaned up the prize pool a little bit. $5,204 thanks to the direct contribution by Sawana. Great games, great casters. Greetings from Austria. Mega Heini with $5 and Just Ross as well buying an orc profile picture, even though the orcs are eliminated. Thank you for that. Another $5 coming towards the Back to Warcraft team. Welcome to Iowa, a fellow Hamburgian here. Thanks for everything you do, guys. Thanks for being with us. Also, thanks for joining Raraland. And we are about to kick off map 2 with Echo Isles.
Echo Isles 2 as well. And this is kind of similar to Concealed Hill in a way. It's got that tiebreaker 12 o'clock. Lots of tree lines for Gargs if that's what he wants to do. Lots of immolation creeping for the Demon Hunter, which I would bet at least a dollar, a loony here in Canada. I would bet that Foggy's going to play Demon Hunter yet again and go for that Merc camp.
A loony? Like in the Looney Tunes?
Yeah, that's what our currency is. Unfortunately. It's not worth very much either.
All right, though. We move on. Game number 2, PCG. Down a map, but Foggy, not the most impressive. Let's see if he can clean it up. This is, of course, a map where he defeated Happy back then in the ESL Weekly Cups when it finally happened. It's part of our intro video, if you remember that. Foggy right-hand side, PCG left-hand side. Let's go.
All right, so I believe it's the left-hand side that's actually easier to creep the mercenary camp at nowadays. I mean, they're both doable. Why is Foggy not creeping the Merc camp? Is he afraid of that ghoul pull again? He must be, but he defended it so well in the last game. I don't even know if it's a guaranteed cancel with how late the ghoul shows up on EI, but maybe that's what he's afraid of.
Are we 100% sure that you need an engine of war if you have a Demon Hunter with immolation?
Certainly not for the Murloc to the left of the mercenary camp.
Oh, that's so good, isn't it? This is the dream camp for immolation. Everything is in a concave. You put the Demon Hunter in the middle. And there, you can do the math, I guess. And Demon Hunter, it is. And no ghoul pull.
It again. Yeah, and this time around, PCG will have the shop. So if it is immolation, he can do a bit better harass with that coil. Well, we saw him get, 3-4 wisps early game on Concealed Hill. But with the Rod Necromancy, with the Skeletons, it's a lot easier to get that first attack on a wisp before the coil comes in. You can time it with a skeleton attack in the coil. So if he wants to go for that wisp harass, I wouldn't disagree with that at all.
Okay, let's try. Please don't kill the Ogre Warrior this time before the hero comes out. That would be nice. And PCG, is it time for an expo? That is certain. That is possible play. But for that, the buildings are not really well positioned, I guess. Usually you put them further to the south. Is that even still possible now in the new Demon Hunter ages?
Yeah, it would be tough. Foggy's scouting everything, but PCG looks like he's willing to go for that. Foggy grabs the item, runs straight cross map, and I wouldn't be surprised to see this Demon Hunter completely own this expansion on his own. But we haven't seen this too much yet, right? We haven't seen a Death Knight trying to expand and Demon Hunter solo harassing with immolation. We haven't seen it too much. Let's see.
Yeah, let's see. This could be an utter disaster. He's trying to block, but still connects. Immolation it is. Oh, didn't get the last hit.
Gets the ring. Look at the amount of damage on the Death Knight already just for the Demon Hunter being there for a second. Who cares about getting the ghoul pull, or ghoul kill rather, just go for everything else. Gonna cancel the Ziggurat. Oh, this Demon Hunter is still very high hit points. Oof. Oh, don't surround it.
No, the one thing you don't do.
Surround it.
Oh, no.
I don't know what you do, but you don't surround it.
No,
okay?
no, you don't surround at all. Run, abandon, change strategies, do anything but this.
I don't think you expand versus the Demon Hunter. I just don't think you can, because what are you actually supposed to do? Do you run away, let him cancel the Ziggurats until he's out of mana, and then right now you go for the expansion? I don't actually know, you just throw every coil on him over and over again. I don't know what you're supposed to do. I just don't think expanding is what you do.
And now he's sending more ghouls towards the Demon Hunter. Ooh, PCG, he felt the heat. This is 3,000 damage after less than 4 minutes.
Yeah, and that Demon Hunter says less than 3 to the ghouls. Thanks for the free experience.
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, let's brute force this then.
How many losses actually were there, though? How many ghouls fell? Was it, 2 ghouls? A couple Ziggurat cancels? I mean, I suppose if the expansion still goes up, PCG will be fine with this as long as he doesn't lose that Death Knight.
But there was a space for the tower. Confused about that. Foggy with the Huntress into tier 2 transition. And Demon Hunter's full mana.
It's like, what the hell's the point of the detonates if you don't actually focus on getting rid of the blade? You just allowed to build a Ziggurat again? The detonates were literally pointless. Would love to see Foggy focus a bit more on actually getting rid of that plate with the 2 wisps, but hey, that's all right. That's fine, you know?
Yeah, everything's totally fine. This is a super even game, of course. No clear favorite just yet.
Huntresses aren't good against ghouls at all. Immolation, not good.
No. What can Huntress possibly do? I mean... Silver Linings, Neo. Think of Silver Linings somewhere. There must be something.
Well, we get to see how Happy deals with this if this is what happens in the 3rd game as well.
Well, if I see that game as an undead, I veto Echo Isles, but... Oh! Okay, that's not the greatest connection.
Alright, Huntresses at risk of falling. Nerubian can now at least control the Demon Hunter. The Demon Hunter who's running low on mana. Given another 10 seconds. No more Immolation. No more Ghoul Fall. Oh, or actually not. Nicely microed. 1 Huntress falls, 1 Archer falls, and 2 Ghouls are going to get out with that aura. Alright, PCG. Nice micro. But the expansion's still not up. And is Foggy tier 2? Foggy's tier 2.
Yep. Expo cancelled for 6 minutes straight. And everything is healthy. Like... Except this 1 hunt, I guess. And maybe an Archer that's moved to the side. Panda bringing even more heat. And that's this... Oh, whoa.
Reba, what's your analysis for that one?
That was fun if you're Foggy. Yeah, the days have changed, ladies and gentlemen. In the past, the biggest weakness of Demon Hunter first and Warden first was that Undead could fast expand super easily. That is not the case anymore. That being said, though, I'm not sure if it's impossible. PCG also made quite a few mistakes. Not getting the item, big mistake. But most importantly, when you see the Demon Hunter coming, you need to pull all the ghouls from the main. All of them, right away. And he didn't do that. There were 4 AFK ghouls in the main base that could have perhaps saved him the expansion. You need to adjust quickly, which, you get punished for fast if you don't. Nice play, though. Immolation being the pride and joy of our Night Elf friends at the moment.
Pretty good. And yeah, I just don't think... I mean, there's probably some ways to figure out how to deal with the Demon Hunter and get the expansion up still. But surrounding him certainly isn't it. I think a priority on the Nerubian Tower before getting that gold mine, similar to what we see when we expand against human as undeads. You always get that Nerubian first, then go for the gold mine after, so that you can deal with those couple of footmen harassing, stuff like that. So that needs to happen against the Demon Hunter as well. You can't be greedy like you could be before, and then just surround him and get a free expansion. No. Immolation. Gonna deal with that. But now we're gonna see Last Refuge. And probably Demon Hunter yet again. PCG, you have a 3rd attempt countering the Immolation.
Okay, Foggy takes a little break, so we might have some time to theory craft. Remo, if you're like, put yourself in the competitor mindset, put yourself into the Foggy mindset. You know you're playing PCG first, and the chances to play Happy next aren't the smallest, right? So, would you play the Demon Hunter in the first series against the weaker opponent, or would you save it for later?
I don't think there's that much point saving it, because as we all know, Happy is one of the most diligent ladder players out there, and he's been facing a lot of Immolation. So I don't think you would be too surprised. Also, Happy is really the fast expanding kind of guy. I don't think he's going to get hard countered as much. I think Immolation, the best it is against Undead right now, is against Fast Expo. Because in other matchups, when, for example, you're facing footies and stuff, you can pretty reliably always get to them, but the Undead has the aura, the Undead later on has Frenzy Ghouls, and already in the past, before Immolation, normally you would ignore the Demon Hunter in the big fights. Nobody archers run in, destroyers take out the bears and all that. So honestly, I think this is the matchup where Immolation matters the least. I say as I stick my neck out. But I mean, it's early days still. We'll see.
I mean, I saw Ito 2 crypt Jabba yesterday, and he defended with a Demon Hunter against 2 crypt Ghoul Rush. Remember the days where that was an extremely difficult strategy to defend? Solo Demon Hunter defended 2 crypt, and Jabba is what, 400 MMR or 200 MMR behind Ito.
But Jabba is also a holy being. You can't forget about that. Who has the Foggy micro?
Yes, exactly. And now he has Immolation.
And we got game 3. This is Foggy speedrunning the first round. I thought that the happy game would probably be the quick series here, but no, it's Foggy wasting no time. And we move on to 3 match points and Last Refuge.
All right. Here we are. Foggy. Kind of know what he's going to get himself into in the early game, but for PCG, it's always a question mark next to his name. We saw the guards in game 1. We saw the little fumbly-bumbly expansion in game 2. I would like to see that Wisp Harass. I think that was a cool play. I think it was cool. I think we should see more of that. The Wisp Harass with the initial coil mana. You can almost guarantee yourself 3-4 Wisp kills off the hop, as long as the base is open and the Wisps aren't all on safe trees. And since Ancient Isles isn't in the map pool anymore, you can't save every one of those Wisps onto a tree.
All right, let's see if he follows you. It's once again not a ghoul pull. Dude, if he's expanding again after this disaster of a game on Echo Isles, that would be a classic PCG move.
Yeah, if he's doing that, I'm gonna go start defrosting my bacon and get breakfast ready, because this is gonna be a quick end of the day. All right.
Well, we still got another series coming up, and you're always invited to cast the FFA final with me.
Ah, yes. Well, I did watch it yesterday. Very entertaining. Seiso's my boy, so I had to watch
Very
it.
entertaining.
I watched it as well for 2.5 hours, and it was still going on. And I was like, okay, it's my bedtime now.
What? You think that was entertaining? That was the most boring FFA since I started casting it. There was literally nothing happening for 1.5 hours. And I mean, no big fights. No, I mean, armies sitting in the base. The Night Elf player was even too lazy to scout with owls. Like, lost my mind.
Yeah.
You had to get that bacon cooking, Get to the kitchen, make yourself a nice little breakfast.
Yup.
Everything's gonna be better today. Like
What were
Seiso
the hero
said,
levels at the end, by the way?
10-10-10 for Seiso.
Damn.
All around that level. But yeah, Seiso said, I watched the Back to Warcraft weekly on the side. I was entertained, so I didn't have to do anything else. FFA lifestyle,
I'm
baby.
glad I could assist Seiso in that victory. Okay.
You did.
All right. So, coil first, sells the TP to PCG, Foggy, Immolation, and creeps the Murlocs. This is, by the way, I'm an Orc player, so I know this little detail, because I've been told it. If you try to immediately harass the Demon Hunter on Last Refuge with a Blade Master with Windwalk, which is typical, skip the shot by a circlet, harass the Keeper in most cases. The Demon Hunter is level 2 before your Blade can get there and stop him at the Murlocs. If you run straight over with a Windwalk, you cannot get any last hits.
Yo, guys, little question, by the way. You remember mana burn? Mana burn, if it does less than a certain amount of damage, it doesn't cancel healing.
Yes.
Can you heal through Immolation ticks?
Oh, good question.
Like with Ritual Dagger?
Well, I think it does more than the threshold, because I think it's like 7 or something, is it not?
Yeah, but it's only 7. It's very low.
Yeah.
You can heal self through level 1 Entangle, right?
True. Yeah, you can.
So I think you should be able to heal through Immolation.
Yeah. Maybe we'll be able to see that interaction eventually. I do like the Ritual Dagger early purchase, because you're going to need it eventually. That's something we didn't see in the last game.
All right, harass going on. PCG with the block. Okay, this is already a way better game than map 2. But Foggy with the save.
Boots are helping out here. But the ghouls might be able to run past. Foggy. Oh, nice Archer block. Yeah, I was going to save that Archer. Almost thought that was a guaranteed kill, but the skeletons expire, and PCG doesn't have the damage to clean it up, and now Foggy is probably happy with his position here. Death Knight no mana, and he knows the positioning of everything.
All right, there we have it. So it's more similar to the first game, but I don't see a second crypt yet. So maybe it's the third different strategy from PCG. Foggy, of course, got to be careful to not be surrounded. But yeah, okay, no, wait, I got to scratch that from my caster inventory, because if you get surrounded, you're just burning everything.
Yeah. Especially if you get a ring or a circlet. I'm surprised we don't see more circlet purchases on that Demon Hunter early on. I'm also surprised, just came to mind, in the past, the reason why people would go Keeper is because they can get an expansion up early and then use their early game map control advantage to pivot into a mid game advantage with the economy on the 2 base. That's what Night Elves would do against Undeads and the into Mass Dryads. With the Demon Hunter, you nearly have the same amount of map control as you do with Entangle, maybe even more against the Ghouls. I wouldn't be surprised to see the meta pivot into Night Elves going for Immolation Demon Hunter and then going for an early expansion at a similar timing as they will with the Keeper.
Yeah, that might work out. That's a good point. You see a Naga second for Foggy this time, as he probably knows that he's up against Fiends, and AoE category is covered anyway. And PCG with the follow-up Naga to control the Demon Hunter a little better. Okay, I like these responses. Not sure if Foggy needs the Naga at this stage already, because Demon Hunter is only level 2. But hey, we'll see about that.
Yeah, this is what Remo mentioned. After game number 1, a Naga could have been good at Concealed Hill, and I think it's always good. Like, we watch Happy. He'll go Naga second every time there's a Demon Hunter. I think he even buys boots every time there's a Demon Hunter for the Naga, just to control him. And I think this is the right choice. That Cold Arrow is so good. Naga's certainly one of the best level 1 heroes in the entire game. The Scroll of the Beast, we've seen a lot of those today. Not going to be too good, but the experience is what counts. And Foggy gets a greater heal. Arguably the best item there.
Yeah, for Demon Hunter, this is fantastic. Dryads are coming, tier 3, so Foggy adapting to PCG's style. Both on the way to tier 3, that is. And not much happening. This is certainly the slowest game of them all so far.
Yeah, which is going to be good for PCG, of course. Not allowing that Demon Hunter to do too much damage in the early game is nice, as long as he can keep up and creeping, which he has done so far. Foggy, though, Ancient War, Merc Camp, looking for some decent items. PCG, though, could get a Mana Stone, pulls a bunch of ghouls, is going to go for the lab himself, and PCG, I wonder what the end goal is here. Is he going to go for a tier 3 timing? Is he going to push the main base? Or will there be some sort of expansion for one of these two players?
I'd say rather Foggy trying it than PCG.
Yeah.
But it's also PCG who's totally unpredictable in what he does. But yeah, this looks like a timing to me with the Naga especially. But the timing is quite far away with Lich not being started, tier 3 not being finished, etc. Needs a lot more gold for everything to come online. And what's the target then? Like, do you want to push into a Night Elf main base? Really? I think best advice is to soak up the map.
Yeah, try to play the map control game, especially now that he has that level 2 coil, or nearly does. Heal Scroll is going to be necessary for PCG as well soon enough. That Demon Hunter getting closer and closer to level 4, especially after this red camp. Does go for the Mana Burn level 2 again. PCG just scout the red camp, and maybe PCG could go for his own red camp. No, gonna go for the Merc, but they both should get their sides of the map. As you mentioned earlier, yeah, very slow game. Very slow game indeed. One base, and just splitting the map.
Yeah, I feel like Foggy is stabilizing a lot. Like, I was really worried about the upcoming match if he wins this series due to the way he played on map 1. But here, not many mistakes, no creeps denied, no Engine of War walking carelessly into camps or something. And oh boy, his RNGs is also not too bad with that Unholy Aura. That movement speed, Carson. It's gonna win him the game.
Yeah, game winning. Incredible. Okay, so now Bears are out and Master Training is done. Frenzy, Lich, Orb soon for PCG, who gets a Flute from the Mercenary Camp. Not bad, but he does need some more range units before it's too good. And upper left, PCG has to make sure he gets that red camp. He's being given so much time and space to get that red camp, and he's using it to creep an Expo. If Foggy goes cross-map once he has that orb and creep checks PCG, and PCG does not get that red, that would be a huge error in that movement. But Destro Form's going to finish, and PCG has a timing to fight.
Going to the middle, let's go. 10 euros by Riser Wilhelm. Thank you guys for the entertainment. Thank you for the contribution, keeping the lights on here. Couple of items sold, and PCG is in fighting shape. Frenzy, Destro, off into the Night Elf base, but Foggy, he's just waiting for him.
Yeah, Foggy could not be more ready for this. All the bears, he's got an even 50 supply. He's a Moonstone there. He's got Moonwells in the front. Demon Hunter just gets the orb. PCG, I don't think he's going to win this fight. And the Lich, oh my god, he used the coil right away. There's the heal scroll. The immolation of all the ghouls, but the Demon Hunter has to be staffed out.
Okay, he did quite some damage, forcing the first heal scroll immediately. Bear is also falling. Staff probably wasn't ready, I'm not sure. No, was on cooldown next to the Demon and the second Bear down, which is of course the big strength of Undead. Just click down the front line. But the ghouls, man, they're evaporating and the back line is untouched. Lich in trouble once again. Last coil. Demon Hunter. Oh, can he save him? Yeah, 2 seconds on the staff. Foggy is just waiting for it. There we go. He's saved, but the Lich is not, finding himself 6 feet under. And yeah, the bears, that might be extinct, but Foggy still has a lot to work with.
Yeah, 4 bears traded for all the ghouls, the Destroyer, and the Lich so far. And the Demon Hunter's still healthy enough. No town portal for PCG, and perhaps no hope in this series any longer. The Archer's kind of being cleaned up by the creeps a little bit, but Demon Hunter, okay, there's a coil available. Demon Hunter has to be safe, or has to be careful. Might fall as well. Lich back at level 1 from the tavern. PCG wants to keep going forward. He knows the Moonwells are nearly empty, if not completely empty.
What the hell is wrong with these creeps? What did they do? What did Foggy do to them, I guess is the bigger question. Demon Hunter running down the DK now. Can the Dryads get in range once again? No. Oh, there is Boots. Still can't connect. Courtesy of the Unholy Aura. On the left-hand side, more Archers are falling. Another Destroyer is up. PCG, he's closing that supply gap, and the DK is safe.
He could town portal out. He's got the gold to buy the TP. He should probably use it and go reconsolidate and meet up with the Death Knight, but if he stays here, he's gonna lose that Lich. Maybe item could be passed, but he's gotta buy a TP and get out now, or else he's gonna lose the Fiend, the Lich, and the Naga soon enough.
Oh, DK got a potion. I guess it's too late. Disaster. GG. Foggy wins 3-0.
TP out, my man. TP out. Oh well. 3-0, as we kind of expected. Foggy plays pretty well in those last 2 games in PCG. Tries 3 different strats, but none of them work.
And Foggy wins his series, I would say, a lot more one-sidedly than Happy did.
Yeah.
3-0 in both cases, but 2 of those Happy versus Isorg games were real close.
Yeah, this was, if with the exception of the first 10 minutes of the first game, a clean Foggy, a motivated Foggy, a strong Foggy. This is where he needs to be to face his next opponent, because that next opponent is freaking Happy.
Ooh, that's scary, but I'm really excited for this because we keep saying it. I mean, how is Happy going to deal with this? At least I haven't seen him deal with it too much, the immolation. We know what Foggy's going to do. He's going to stick to what works, or what worked here at least, but Happy's going to show us some different stuff for sure that PCG did not, especially in the early game, I would say.
Yeah, that's always exciting. This is where the world turns to find the answers. When it's Undead, it's Happy and 1-0. When it's Night it's Lawlight and Moon. And when it's Orc, it's Lyn, obviously. Lots of Undeads have struggled against Immolation. Will Happy struggle the same? Will he have a different answer? He certainly will have one. Is it going to work, though? The last couple of encounters they had were very close. Or not very close, excuse me. Not very close. Maybe Immolation can change that.
Yeah, you're raising the question if strategies and timings work out. I tell you what, none of this would work without W3Champions. We wouldn't even be able to connect these people, especially from the Chinese scene and the NA scene, etc., etc. So W3Champions saving competitive Warcraft single-handedly, and that's why we're here to celebrate the server and the project, the volunteers behind the project. At the season end finals, it has the most features, the best features. Remo, what is your favorite W3Champions feature?
Well, as you guys know, I've been playing a bit of Night Elf lately. And the fact that I can easily map all the, before the patch, all the hotkeys, not just of your normal units, but also of your items in your inventory is one of the best things. And by the way, did you guys know, you can't just put it on N and T and whatever normal hotkeys. You can also get fancy and do like Alt plus another key. The things that they have enabled. Amazing. And if you guys are very color particular, you can even choose your own color in the settings as well. W3Champions coming up with new features also. We talked about that earlier. Tournaments, automated tournaments, soon to be implemented. The only thing that we're missing now is a reconnect feature, or restart from replay rather, and then it's going to be perfect. Absolutely perfect. Perfect.
Carson, your favorite feature of W3Champions?
Two, and they're very, very similar to each other. One would be Flow TV, being able to watch most games and when it's enabled, ladder games and tournament games. I watched a bunch yesterday during the weekly cup. When there's downtime, I just join a Flow TV game and just watch it. And on that, and that also auto saves replays, which is nice because you guys know I like analyzing replays. And speaking of replays, you can download everyone's replays on War3Champions.com. I can go to Lynn's profile and download like 200 Lynn replays. Like, there's never been a time I would have been able to do that. That's unreal. I could analyze Lynn for the next week straight of all his ladder games. It's unreal. There's so much to learn. There's too much to learn nowadays when it comes to just the amount of replays you can get and the amount of games you can watch.
Yeah, and people might ask themselves now, how do I get my hands on these replays? It must be pretty hard. I have to dig through several layers of the homepage. No, you just go to the profile, which you can see at rankings. You pick your favorite player, for example, Sock, who will be playing tomorrow. Then you click on match history, and here you have the replay download button, as easy as it gets. War3Champions, what a blessing this is. Join the battlefield. All you gotta do is download now, install that little executable, and then it's a little window in your vanilla Warcraft 3 menu. If you want to support these guys, feel free. On the right-hand side of the homepage, there is the link to the Patreon, the link to their PayPal. 30 servers. They cost quite a bit. I mean, we help financing them, but for a volunteer project, maybe these guys want a pizza every now and then, want a beer every now and then for all the hard work they're putting in. Their network engineer got picked up by Frost Giant, by the way. That's how freaking good these guys are to help with Stormgate. You can also throw them their e-coins, or do it via China Pay with Alipay and WeChat. And if you want to help out with coding or moderation or some graphics or PR work, go to the Discord, where you should be anyway, to get the latest updates and stay in touch with the community, and reach out to the people on the right-hand side's top, for example, Sefid or Miyagi, or just any one of these guys. They're always looking for helping hands, and more helping hands are absolutely necessary to make this even better. They're looking for JavaScript, C#, .NET, jQuery, Rust, TypeScript, and Node programmers. We can't do any of that. That's why we try to help out with these little tournaments we run, and of course promoting them here and there. And we also want to help you out to get in shape for the summer. Our tournament sponsor, Scale Tippers, helps you with that as well. A little counseling, a little coaching. You don't have to go to a gym to get their help. All you gotta do is hop on a call and tell them, okay, my status quo is this. I want to get to this. And they got the way for you. Nutrition plans, workout plans, all able to do from home. And maybe in between you talk a little bit about Warcraft with them, because they are playing the ladder, they're watching the tournaments, and good guys, all around good guys, donating $1,000 to the cause. Check out the homepage, check out the Instagram, and check out their YouTube, all linked here, of course. And next up, we will check out, for the very first time in a long time, Happy versus Foggy. And then the FFA Grand Final. Lots to do in the Warcraft scene after a tiny little break.